Joe.
We'll do it live, Travis.
We'll
do it live.
I'm so defeated right now. I'm absolutely defeated. Everything has gone.
And this is why I hate technology. For this reason right here.
If it were easy to diagnose, it wouldn't be such a big deal. But this one is not an easy one to diagnose. So now I'm gonna be all like messed up because I'm gonna be wanting to look at my normal camera and then back to here and then my normal camera. So, what? What? Joe.
All right. I'm back.
Joe.
I'm back.
Guys, look. It's
one of those nights, guys.
This is week number 12 on the Budget Wooder Show. Woo. And so far we have been able to have 11 flawless shows with the exception of...
Well, I wouldn't say 11 flawless. I mean, what was the second show that I went outside and I had to curse my head off because my internet went out?
10 and a half. We'll say 10 and a half.
Well, 10, yeah, it's a good number. 10
and a half flawless shows. And tonight has been just a cluster, you know what, since about 5:30. About 5:30. What's up, John? What's up, Ross? Good evening, everyone. Gosh. Joe, you're gonna have to help me through this one tonight because I feel so out of whack. I feel so out of whack here.
It's all good. We have our good days and we have our bad days. And hey, like I said, this is like technology. You think it would just be easy to hop on, have a camera, you plug it into your computer and have a microphone, but I just feel like things have gotten just more and more complicated with things. It's just ridiculous.
Well, the frustrating thing is you can only plug these things up one way. Yeah. And it works every other time. And I got it working for like 5 seconds tonight, and that was it. So like the little capture card for the camera has a little blue light that comes on. You know what I'm talking about. And the blue light came on probably about 20 minutes ago, and I thought, yes, last minute, baby. Even though I've been working on it for like 2 hours, that's fine. It came on last minute. I can squash the last 2 hours, and now here we are. That didn't last long. The party ended as soon as it started. What's up, y'all? Hey, good to have everybody with you. I'm on a different camera if you can't tell.
Vintage Travis tonight, guys.
Dare I say that I actually kind of like it, Joe?
I kind of like it too.
It looks like we're just hanging out, just chilling and talking, and not trying to be one of those really fancy schmancy live streamers. You know what I'm talking about, Joe? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. We don't have multiple camera angles, and producers in our ear telling us what to do.
Hey, you're looking at the two producers, and I'm over here punching keys like a director, baby, like a director. What's up, Pat? Hey, thanks y'all for joining us. Hey, my mic is in kind of a different angle tonight. I hope that's not affecting the overall quality of the sound. This is really going to mess with my brain, Joe. I'm going to be trying to look up here, so it is what it is. Hey, it doesn't matter what camera we're on, Joe. We just got to be tickled to death that we're here for show number 12. No cancellations, no last minute, hey guys, we're sorry, not going to have a show tonight. We have stuck to our guns and been true to our word every single week on Tuesday nights. What's up? Dad who mows best in the house. Hey, thanks, Ross. Appreciate it. Hey, y'all are going to love the update on the front lawn tonight, y'all. I ain't kidding. It is ridiculous what I came home to today. I keep looking up.
Walls are being built finally.
Yeah, two of them. Two of them. And it's
a lot more than our, what?
It's gonna keep people off my front lawn. It's gonna give me a flat lawn. I've got easy access for our delivery drivers now. Joe, we're inside 10 seconds. Hey, this has been the Pre-Scalp. 5 minutes for us to just kick it before we begin the show. But you know what, Joe? The show starts right Now, guess what, y'all? This is, believe it or not, this is show number 12 of the Budget Wooder Show. Can you believe that, Joe? A dozen shows since we started kicking this idea around back. When did we start kicking this around? Was it, I don't know, sometime after the first of the year? Something like that?
Yeah, some like right after Christmas time, I believe it was. I think I made my first parody over Christmas break. It felt like about you. So, yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a healthy 3 months.
It was
it's getting to know each other.
Yeah, it started out as, hey, if this guy's what's the old saying? If you can't beat them, join them, right? Something like that. I don't remember. But it all started with Joe's little picking and taking jabs at me, and I thought, hey, you know what? I can get down with that. Maybe we can do something together. And so we've got the Budget Wooder Show every Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 Central.
Like we start off every week. I have, of course, my Today in History. Today in History takes place in 1990 when I was born. Believe it or not.
Jeez, you're a '90s kid.
I'm a '90s kid.
I
love it.
Well, I guess I knew your age, but I always thought you were more late '80s. And math is not my strong suit.
I wish I was. I'm more of an '80s person myself. But anyway, back in 1990, the Hubble Space Telescope, built in the United States under the supervision of NASA, was placed into operation on this day by the crew of Space Shuttle Discovery.
You know, you're sitting there talking about space shuttles and all that stuff. We talked about Apollo 13 the other day. There's some like. So did you see the what is it, spaceship?
The Japanese.
Well, that one's lost, right?
Apparently it crashed. Well, I was like, really? So I saw this thing on Yahoo today about the Japanese. They were gonna do the land this thing on the moon. So the live stream started at like 10 o'clock, and I'm.
Joe,
okay.
Don't.
Joe, I'm here.
Okay, you're here, Joe. I'm gonna go to me, Joe. It's going to fall apart on us on the 12th show of the Budget Wooder Show. Joe, you just let me when you're back in action. I can hear you on your microphone. But Joe, we can still hear you. Can y'all hear Joe? Joe, say something. Man, Joe, we're paying.
I'm here.
We're paying for this tonight, Joe. We might have to.
I'm back. I'm back.
Joe's there. Joe's there. Joe's there.
So I was saying that the live stream for this thing started at like 10 o'clock or in the morning. I turn it on and there's like some guy talking. It's not like SpaceX where, they actually have like a live stream and you can actually see the space shuttle. It was like none of that. It was like, I was like, you guys don't have better technology than this to like, we can actually watch the friggin' thing land on the moon. And then they don't even know if it actually landed on the moon, and apparently it might have crashed. I was like, what a wait. I'm one of those people that I'm kind of like against the whole space exploration. I think we should just focus on our planet, actually on the planet, and not so much what's in space. But
hey, Joe, do you want to save that for a hot take sometime? But
yeah, maybe we will.
So Elon Musk's jet, it took off last week, or spaceship, and it exploded. But from what I understand, they said that that's really kind of what they want, bad things like that to happen, because it's easier for them to.
Well, I guess they're grounded. They're grounded now, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Apparently, when it exploded, there was like a big dust cloud that expanded like a couple miles, and apparently NASA, they're grounded them, or not the NASA, but FAA. Or somebody did, grounded them. So I think it's going to delay their next. They were supposed to put one up next month, I think. So I think it's going to delay that. But yeah, I mean, it's like, I think it costs like $2 billion for that rocket to go up, and I'm like,
Billy. Wait, Joe. Wait,
billion.
Billion with a. What about? See, these guys, they kind of remind me, especially that Elon Musk fella. They kind of remind me of our sponsor tonight, Joe.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just don't, like you said, we could be focusing on what's going on here on Earth, but they've got a little bit more evil on mind, perhaps, would you say? I don't know. It's all a little crazy, but these space explorers kind of remind me of this fella. Who's our sponsor tonight, Joe?
Our sponsor this week is Dr. Evil Soil Test. There is no promo code for this one, unfortunately, but Yeah, so obviously every good lawn starts with an evil test, and hey guys, guess what? We got it for a cheap, low price of $1 million.
$1 million. Hey, what do you mean, Joe? I spy Travis under a zero. What is it? Am I lost on something? Not Joe, John. John, I'm sorry. Yeah, Joe, the soil test, perhaps it is evil, but remember, we'll do our best to not talk about soil tests. But what I do want
Yes,
to talk
please,
about, Joe.
let's please don't talk about soil tests because in my eyes they do cost about $1 million. But
What I do want to talk about, though, is lawns, of course.
yes,
Some big changes going on in mine. Ho, 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 Joe, let's go back. Let's go back. John is the winner of tonight's giveaway. How fitting that
wow,
John would be the winner of tonight's giveaway. And also, John is the curator or creator of the name, The Budget Wooder Show. So, John spotted my goofy mug underneath one of the zeros on the right of 1 million. Is that the 10th or the 100th? I'm so yeah, that's the 10th decimal place.
that's the 10th.
That's the 10th
Yeah,
decimal place.
yeah.
So, John, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You win.
Cheers.
So, here's how we're going to do this. Once a month, we are going to have a giveaway of either a Lowe's gift card or a Home Depot gift card. Of course, that is of your choice. Okay, you can get a Lowe's or a Home Depot gift card. They're going to be.
I'm a Home Depot guy myself.
See, I'm a Lowe's guy, so I could easily say, "Hey,
I go into Lowe's, and I'm like, where the fuck is this? And I'll literally leave Lowe's, and I'll hop in my car, and I'll go to freaking Home Depot.
See,
because I know Home Depot like at the back of my hand, and I know what aisle to go to, and I can find it. I get it. I'm done. And I park. Like, are you one of those people that don't go in the main entrance? I usually go in the exit.
Well,
Like
I like to.
the exit doors, so I don't have to go. If I know that spot's like right there, the plumbing section's right there, I'll go through the exit, so I don't have to go through the front, like the main front doors. I'm one of those people too.
Or I'll go through the garden center.
Yeah.
So here's how we're going to do it. If you win, John, you will win a $20 gift card. Hey, I'm right there with you, John. Garden Center at Lowe's. Lowe's to me is just brighter.
Garden Center is definitely better, I would say. Yes.
Lowe's just seems more kept up and cleaner and brighter and I don't know, more just welcoming than Home Depot. Home Depot's a little bit more dark and kind of drab in my opinion.
I think the customer service in my area is better for Home Depot than it is Lowe's. I feel like the Lowe's people are just idiots and they don't know anything when you ask them a question. And the Home Depot, they actually have like guys that work. Like I've asked plenty of questions to like the plumbing section for various things, and the guys usually have worked or either are plumbers or used to be a plumber, and they know exactly what part I can get and that kind of thing. I don't know. I'm just a Home Depot person. I've always been a Home Depot person. I don't know what it is.
Since Joe is Home Depot and I'm Lowe's, here's how we decided to do this. $20 gift card to Home Depot or Lowe's, your choice. We're going to do it through an e-gift card. So if you are the winner, like John is tonight, what I need you to do is email me at mybudgetlawn@gmail.com. Email me at mybudgetlawn@gmail.com, John. And we'll get in touch, and then I'll get that e-gift card to. Looks like you're going to be to Lowe's, so I'll get that e-gift card for $20 sent over to you via email. I think that'll be the easiest, quickest, most efficient way to get folks their prize. Hey, so every week be looking for me in some strange or hidden spot that Joe decides to be funny and place me in on a weekly basis. We're going to do that.
I'm gonna have to make it harder next time.
You're going to have to make it harder. And I think, Joe, we're going to do it the last show of every month. That's why we'll wrap up every single month is with our final show of the month will be the e-gift card giveaway. So John is our winner tonight. Congrats, John. Touch base with me, mybudgetlawn@gmail.com. and I'll get you that gift card sent
I
over.
was I was I was just in Home Depot today
Oh,
getting
good
some stuff. You know.
for you. Hey, speaking of maybe being in Home Depot or Lowe's, do you think our friend Bill, Super TA, has been in either one here lately?
Yeah, he probably frequents the same Home Depot and Lowe's that I go to. So actually, he helped me out last year on his Instagram. He found Lowe's had a clearance sale. What do you know? Soil test for only $6.
Ooh,
That's
hey,
my kind of that's your kind of bargain
that's a
there,
bargain
Travis, on a
so good
budget.
that I
Yeah.
might think about it for a split second. It's that
So
good. Hey,
I actually was in the kick of doing the soil test last year, and I picked up a couple, and I actually might have still one left. But
well,
don't tell anybody.
I ask you this because what's up, Rob? Hey, everybody hopping in here, Doghouse Lawn Care. Appreciate y'all joining us. Hey, Joe, I sent you. I asked you that because you know a little bit more of the scoop behind this video that you sent me. But Joe and I were talking. We think maybe every once in a while we'll feature one of our. I hate to use the word fans from the chat because screw fans.
Supporters.
Friends. I like friends. That's why I always say
Friends,
my friends.
supporters, yeah.
One of our friends from the chat. So we want to feature a friend from the chat. Maybe, I don't know, once a week. We'll see what kind of legs it grows. But this week, Bill had sent Joe this video of his front lawn. Joe, I want you to, before I push play, I want you to set this up and kind of tell us what's going on here.
So the sign that I made last week, I have a new one this week, and the sign that I made, it was yes, it's real. That was Bill's kind of request for me to laser him a sign. So I actually got it out in the mail to him this week, and I think it got to him, or last week I should say. Forget when it got to him. I think it was like Thursday or Friday last week, and he sent me this video the other day, and I was just like, I'm blown away from his lawn. First of all, I mean, look at the
at
lawn.
it. When was
It's
this? Was
just
this last year?
no, this is recent.
This
Like
is
this
right
video,
now?
this like you'll see he actually holds up the sign to his
Oh,
neighbors
no, shoot. So,
because they'll ask him if it's real turf or not.
Joe, you're
And
glitching on me. Is that just me?
yeah, it's probably the thing, but I think I'm good. I'm
Okay.
not. Don't worry. It might glitch a little bit, but I'm good. Um,
Joe,
so
we asked for this tonight with what we're going to talk about tonight. We asked for
so
this. We
so
asked for this.
so Bill sent me this video, and I asked him if I could share it with everybody, if I could share it with Travis, and he said it's okay. So it's from his ring. So got listening carefully. There are captions here, but listen to what his neighbors think of his lawn. This is pretty awesome.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me make sure I have yeah. Okay, cool. We're good. Hey, I'm going to press play, and then Joe's got some captions on there as well. It's really hard to hear.
Yeah, it's a little hard.
It's real. Yeah, hold on, I gotta show you something.
So this is where he goes, and he says he got to show you something. So he's going back,
That
grabbing
is
that spot, and there's his neighbor coming up to his lawn, looking like, "What the hell's this thing's nice." And now here comes Bill coming out of his house, and he's got it. He's got the sign. I'll zoom in here.
I
And you
see.
can see he's holding it. You can't really tell, but he's holding it out and showing him it.
So if you were watching last week, Joe had the sign hanging up behind him. It says, "Yeah, it's real," or "Yes, it's
Buddy,
real."
is that turf?
Listen again.
Is that turf? Yeah. It's real. Yeah, hold on, I gotta show you something.
Hey, can we give Bill a round of applause? I mean, that is. Are you frozen on me, Joe? Joe, this is
I'm back. I'm
show
back.
12. Hey, Bill, that is freaking sweet, man.
So
I know.
that was again. That was. Thank you for sending me that, Bill, because that really made my day when I saw he DM'd me it on Instagram. So if anybody's watching the video, and like we were saying, if you want to send stuff in, feel free. I'm on Instagram, Waterboy Productions on Instagram. DM me a photo, a video, whatever. I'll get it as long as you guys are okay with it. We'll throw it up here, and so we can, it gives you pride when you see this kind of stuff. You work hard on your lawn, and you can see Bill like he's a nut when it comes to his yard, and I mean it just looks amazing. And I guarantee let's feature some people.
We'll do a featured
I know what
friends
it's like to
lawn.
work hard on something. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, so if you think your lawn is worthy this season of being one of our featured friends lawns here on the Budget Wooder Show, hit us up. Send it over to Joe. We'll do for you like we did Bill tonight, because sometimes, like, we do this for ourselves a lot. Sure, it's nice when people take notice, but if you don't want to slap it all over the internet like lots of other folks, including myself, do, hey, just send it to us. We'll slap it on the internet for you. So. Good job, Bill. I know Bill was probably roostering out there. My dad always says that, when you kind of got that strut going on, chest puffed out, you kind of got that chin up high. Bill's out there roostering around with the with his new sign on his turf-like lawn. So very cool, Bill. Thanks for sending that to Joe.
John, Bill's he's like 15, 20 minutes from where I live. So he's in South Jersey, and I think it's mostly Kentucky bluegrasses lawn. I think there might be some rye as well, but he's probably, I know he's watching, so he can comment. But yeah, it looks great. So congrats, Bill, and thanks for sending it in.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Bill. Hey, Joe, we finally got some rain this morning. Not a whole lot. I think it might even be raining out right now. It has been 3 weeks now almost since we actually had a really measurable rainfall. So my spring green up has been slow. And it sounds like lots of people have been pretty dry. We have been really, really cool, really dry. Highs only in the 60s. We got around the freezing mark this past weekend.
Yeah.
No rain.
Yeah, it was cold here too.
So green up is slow. If you haven't seen my last video from last week, go check it out if you're having some slow green up. Because some of us folks down here in the South, it is just not a prime time, especially the transition zone. It has not been a prime time for Bermuda grass whatsoever. So we're still waiting on those good conditions to really hit the ground running.
You put any turf blankets down and heat
Oh,
lamps
yeah.
on the lawn? Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Part of my new renovation in the front lawn, Joe, is actually I'm putting grow lights in my front yard.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Are you putting pipes under there? They'll keep it warm too.
Yeah. I'm going to be able to take it underneath my walls and slide it into the hillside and out, and it's actually going to go underneath my house, and I've created a little secret trap door to go down.
You have a tunnel.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I didn't mean to share all that with y'all just yet, but it's really going to be pretty sweet. Hey, speaking of that project, Joe, I really want to get to what we want to talk about maybe more in depth tonight, and I really am, Joe. I'm kind of teeter-tottering back and forth. Hey, Doghouse. I know you're trying to butter me up with a compliment before you rub it in about the Hogs last week. Doghouse Lawn Care, big Georgia Bulldogs fan, and guess what? They swept my Arkansas Razorbacks last week. We are on the struggle bus. I'm watching right now. We're playing Missouri State for a midweek game, and we're down 8-2 in the bottom of the fifth. And I don't like to make excuses, but we are beat up with injuries right now. Beat up. I mean, starting catchers out, starting center fielders out, our best hitters out. We've got two of our best pitchers are out. We are beat up right now.
One of these weeks we have to talk about the college sports scene. It amazes me because I've always been professional in my area. Obviously 4-for-4 guy living near Philly and not in Philly, like Pat would say. And I just, obviously I've always followed professional teams, and I never went to a big school, a big college. My college is a Division III college, and it's crazy how much the people that don't live in those areas that are close to professional teams, how into their college sports they are. And it's just I mean,
if you want to watch a professional sport, we have St. Louis is the Cardinals, Texas is the Cowboys and the Rangers.
It's still a little bit of a distance,
right?
You're
looking Kansas City's the shortest, or Oklahoma City for the Thunder. You're looking at 3.5 hour drive just to go watch any kind of professional event. So, but it is. And Ross is saying that Missouri State's usually pretty decent. They are. I mean, we knew this was not going to be an easy walk in the park for a midweek game. So I'm really not surprised with our injuries. We are Beat up. But hey, back to the lawn. It's my front lawn is beat up too, Joe. Let me show you. These are the pictures that I took today of the front lawn progress. It is looking ridiculous. I mean, it is. It finally
blow that picture up.
Finally today we were able to. So far, it's all been kind of dug out. So we haven't. It's been hard for me to visualize what the lawn will look like. But today, when I came home, because we've got some rain in the forecast, they've kind of got it buttoned up for some heavier rainfall. And it was really kind of my first glimpse, especially this next picture, of what my front lawn will look like. Not like the flower bed space that you see to the right and left of the steps, but the actual lawn space. So everything between the two walls is going to be flower bed space, shrubs, perennials, ground covers. That thing is going to look like my own little forest or garden or whatever you want to call it. It's going to. I've got these ideas in my head that I'm just having to be patient because I can already see them and I want it to be a reality. But obviously, we are a long way from that. But today I got to see
that black pipe over there. What's that going to go? That's a drainage for the gutter.
So there's a gutter just to the left of that open garage door right there. That sidewalk that you see up, and we'll see it better in the next picture. The sidewalk that goes from the driveway to the front porch is being completely ripped out as well. So
okay.
So that
I bet you'll help when especially in the wintertime for when melting and things, because I guess that downspout there in the wintertime probably went closer towards the path there and in the driveway. Right?
Well,
No,
I had some rocks built up there, and it kind of just hit those rocks and flew over the sidewalk. But that pipe's going to come down from the left of the garage. It comes out of that gutter. It'll come down the hill. They're going to bury it. And then there's actually a pipe that's already buried that's running the length of the front of the wall. See how it's going downhill with the sidewalk?
Yeah, I remember those two PVC pipes that were sticking out last week. Yeah,
it's already running all the way down, and it's all going to come into a drainage basin, not a catch basin, but one that will fill up and overflow down the sidewalk and with the rest of the stormwater. But here's what the front lawn is ultimately going to be roughly shaped like. We still have some changes to make. John is asking if the step will be concrete to the front door from. I'm guessing you're saying from the top step, John. So what that's going to be, they still have to put the cap on that wall, but that will be the front yard right there, and the concrete sidewalk that you see that goes to the front porch from the driveway, that's all being ripped out. So once you hit that top step, which ultimately the top step is going to be the cap on the wall, once you hit that top step, from that top step through the grass, that's all going to be freshly sodded Tifway 419, through the grass up to the front porch is going to be flagstone stepping stones that are set down just a little bit in the turf, so I can take a reel mower right over the top of them and not risk banging my reel. But it's going to be flagstone stepping stones through the grass, and then one more big stone like you see in the front steps is going to be off of the front porch. So there'll be one more big stepping stone like the steps off the front porch, and they'll be connected by flagstone stepping stones in the turf, and there will also be flagstone stepping stones coming from the driveway to connect into that as well. So that whole thing is getting ripped out. We still have a couple more on the front of the house. We're going to be putting in some chopped stone bed borders, some real short walls, not necessarily walls, but more like raised bed opportunities, I guess you could say. But this is everybody was wondering how in the world I was going to get this front lawn flat. I hinted that it was going to take a lot more than, just a lot of dirt and maybe one wall. It was
Travis, they can't hear you.
They can't hear me? Can they hear me now? Oh my gosh, Joe.
What is going on tonight, people? It's been that kind of day, I promise you.
I promise you.
It says says they're losing us. Um. Oh man, what is going on?
Oh, we're not even live, Joe.
We're not.
Frozen. Okay, Bill says he can see us fine, but I don't freaking know at this point. It has been that day, fellas. Let's come back to home base. Everybody, some people say it's been fine for them. Some people say it hasn't been.
All right, good now. Ryan says we're good now.
We're good now, guys.
I mean, it's a hell of a day. I tell you what, though, it looks really. I mean, I'm impressed. Like that, it's a neat job site. It looks like it just looks really good. I'm really super impressed with the way they're doing the whole thing. And I mean, how long? What's the ETA on actually finishing the project at this point?
So the fortunate thing is we have had no rain for 3 weeks. So that has really let them kind of just go nuts on this deal. We haven't had any postponing, no delays, none of that stuff. So we'll see what this rain over the next 2 days is going to do to us, because we are looking at.
Hey guys, one
pretty
real
good
quick.
rainfall.
Everyone watching, smash that like button for Travis and the progress on his wall. Like seriously, smash that like button, because I mean this is some work right there. I mean, you know.
Now let's not confuse things. I'm not doing the work.
So. No, I understand, but hey, sometimes, believe me, when you're not doing the work and you're even if you're like somewhat supervising, and you know, it is nerve-wracking. I mean, we bought up, my house was a foreclosure. We redid the whole thing. It was nerve-wracking having somebody work on it and coming by, checking on it every day. And, you know, just like, you know, seeing the progress and, you know, seeing things like that. Oh, you should have added an outlet there, or that's not right there. And you know, it's, I know what it's like. It's stressful, especially with a big project where that costs a lot of money. You know, it's nothing to joke about. And yeah, No Name says that earlier he said, where did he say? He must have deleted a comment. He said something about it doesn't look budget friendly. Well, I mean, sometimes you gotta break the budget a little bit, and you know.
Well, you know, here's what I said. Here, you know, there's probably going to be a lot of people say that, and that's fine. Here's the thing. This is my response to any time you spend money. It's budget friendly if you budgeted for it.
True.
So
yes.
My wife and I have been very frugal spenders, extreme savers. We've sacrificed a lot of toys and other, you know, luxuries to be able to buy this or build this new house and to ultimately do this project in the front lawn. So when it comes, yes, exactly, Rob. And that's another thing too. This area that we're in, for those of you, I think I mentioned it last week, we're in Walmart's backyard, Sam's Club's backyard, Tyson Foods' backyard. This area is not slowing down. It is growing ridiculously fast. And all this is going to do in the long run is really build into the value of the home, because
that's what, and it's the same thing for us too. I mean, we originally bought this house thinking, well, we're only going to be here for 5 years or something. But then when we went to do the actual renovation, we were like, pretty much gutted the place. You know, we picked things that we liked. You know, we kind of went a little bit probably above and beyond that we wanted to do, and like we had like quartz countertop instead of granite. Like we did things that, you know, things that we probably wouldn't have done that we, you know, maybe again. But and then like our backyard, we did the pool last year, and we just know that, you know, we're never going to sell this house. It's always going to be an investment for us, no matter what. Our goal one day is to probably pass this down to our kids, and then they can have some sort of investment property here as well. So, you know, you always keep that stuff in the back of your mind when you're doing stuff, you know. So
and when it's all said and done, it actually turns into more of a budget lawn, because there's not going to be much of a lawn at all.
True. Yeah.
It's mainly going to be perennials and ground covers in the flower bed spaces.
You're going to be like everybody's new favorite YouTuber, Yard Bra, with my little lawn that everybody seems to love, that he maintains it so nice. I wish, you know. But anyway,
and we don't plan on leaving here anytime soon. So the front yard it was ridiculous. We couldn't even use it. One thing, and if we did sell this house anytime soon, say something unforeseen happened, the front yard and our driveway is not ideal for a lot of folks. Now, with the growth and the lack of housing in our area, I don't think it'd be a problem selling it, but this will just be one of the extra bonuses that somebody will be tickled to death to have when they're looking for a new home, to see a yard that has undergone such a massive transformation from what it started at to what I'm ultimately going to get it to. Hey, okay, look, hey, thanks for all the feedback, y'all. I appreciate it. Thanks, Right Hook. Thank you so much, No Name. All y'all's feedback really does help out when we do this live stream. We don't ignore your comments. We go back and look through the live chat and any comments that you leave. So make sure, like Joe said, hit that thumbs up, comment in the chat, comment on the replay when that gets posted. That does really help out the stream a lot. Joe, you're a little bit further along. How long have you been in your house now?
My son is 5. Or no, he's not. Jesus, wow, that's embarrassing. He's 6. So this, I think we'll be here like 6 years in August. Technically moved in August. We bought it in February. This February was 6 years. And, but we didn't move into that August because it took that long to do everything. I mean, literally every room had to be touched. But we got it at a really good price. It was foreclosed on. So I tried to do as much work as I could. I painted, put closet doors in, put the trim, all new trim in the house. I did.
Joe, stop. Because if my wife is still listening, that's what she's been wanting to do for a long time.
What's that, trim? What's that, trim work?
No, she's been wanting to get a house that we could fix up.
It was nothing but stress. I know I lost weight from it, which is actually for me is a good thing, because I could use it. Back then I could lose a few pounds and be good.
I don't know. I saw your DJ picture, Joe. You were
I was as skinny as a rail.
Are we ever gonna show the Joe DJ picture?
We can, maybe next week. Well, that'll be a spoiler for next week.
Hey Joe, sorry not to cut you off. You've told me a little bit about the improvements you've done in the house, but no doubt if you did all that on the inside, you've done it all on the outside. And
I spray painted, not with spray paint, but use a sprayer. I sprayed the whole outside house myself.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you spray painted the lawn.
I've done that too.
Is this paint, Joe? Are you trying to just grind my gears with the paint?
No, it's not paint. I just wanted to show like what a difference a week makes. I mean, you can see like that the POA is not as prominent there. I mean, this picture is like really early in the morning. This is Sunday mornings. I usually go to Dunkin' Donuts, get a coffee and some donuts for the kids and stuff. So that's like my tradition each Sunday. And
hey Joe, Joe, have you ever seen the video? It might be in y'all's area when you just said Dunkin' Donuts. Have you seen the old news story where that Dunkin' Donuts closed? Was that in like Jersey or Philly or somewhere when it was, she was like, I don't know where I'm going to get my Dunkin'.
It could have been. I don't know. You have to send me the.
We might have to show that next week. Anyway, go on, Joe. This is
I just wanted to show like what a difference a week makes. Just like you could see less POA. The green is really starting to darken up. The grass is really starting to darken up, and we actually had rain that night, so you could tell the sidewalks are wet. And then that tree to the left, it's starting. It finally blossomed about like a week or two ago, and it has these pink leaves that just fall on the ground, and they are everywhere.
I was fixing to say, it seemed like last week they were all on the tree.
Yeah, now they're. Half of the tree's pretty much down at this point, and they just blow everywhere. I should have snapped a picture on Saturday, because it was like the lawn looked like it was pink. Like literally it looked like it was pink because these petals are just everywhere. So the kids like it. They play around with it. They think it's like snow for some time. We play soccer out there, so I'll kick the ball and it hits the tree, and then they all fall down, and the kids kind of like it. But because we didn't get really any snow.
You didn't get any snow this year, so there's your snow.
There's my snow.
Joe, we also have, I had it up just a second ago, but let's bring it back up for you. Your side yard is not looking too shabby as well.
Yeah, this was the area that I really made my video last year about not needing peat moss for an overseed because this area was scaring the hell out of me. It really looked bad. I used to have three sprinkler heads in this, or yeah, three sprinkler heads. No, actually, four sprinkler heads in this section. And I took one out right where my wife's car there, the blue car there. There was one there, and then there's one. There was one there, and then there's one all the way by the garage where the fence is there. And I took the one out by the car right along the driveway there because it was just too much water in this area. And
Dude, you
I think
really
the
get
le-
the
the
water
le-
on that one.
Yeah, so I took that out. I'm hoping this year everything's better. Again, I'm trying not to do an overseed in the fall time. I'm trying to hit everything with a pre-emergence, so there is no POA in the springtime next year, so I don't have to look at it. But otherwise, I'm happy with it. I'm probably gonna do a cut tomorrow. I'm kind of, I could probably get away with once a week, but I like doing a twice a week cut. I just there's just something about a nice fresh cut, you know, uh, that I like. Everyone loves a nice fresh cut, and so I'll probably do one tomorrow, as long as I'm not busy or doing something. And because I'm one of those people, I'm trying. I don't if I don't if I don't have the time, I'll skip it. It's not a big deal. I'm not gonna go in and cry like a baby because I didn't get to cut the lawn today, kind of thing, or I didn't get to make a video about me cutting the lawn and putting stripes in my lawn. So
Well,
it's okay.
if people haven't already, if you're not checking out Joe's Thunder Thursdays, his new series he's put together, I wouldn't say series, but new weekly video about his new sign making with his new laser. You got to go check those out. Joe, what's the one you got behind you tonight?
So the one behind me tonight is actually the same template as I used for. Are
you frozen, Joe?
No, it's glitching.
It's pronounced Wooder.
Yeah, so it's the same template as I used for the Yes It's Real. I'm gonna disable the video for 1 second and then turn it back on.
Joe, are you guys? Go subscribe to Joe's channel and check out those Thunder Thursday videos. They're really freaking cool. The way he makes these in the machine.
I think my video this week is, and I got the little thing on the back that I cut out to put it on the wall, so I make my own things. And it's all hand painted, glued on with super glue. I'll have to maybe put the one I did up. I did a Star Wars one from over the weekend, and it came out really good.
That was freaking sweet.
I got 4 orders so far from Facebook Marketplace for people that want it.
Really?
So that's kind of sweet.
They want somebody at my. So you're just going to make multiples of that one?
Yeah. I actually did 3 last night. I cut out 3 on the laser last night, got them all painted, and then I clear coated them this morning.
No wonder you don't have time for the lawn. That stuff takes time just to make.
And I had to make I made my wife a birthday gift.
How long does it take to make that Star Wars one?
So I believe it or not, the cut time is only 6 minutes.
But it's your painting and line.
But yeah, the painting, which actually the painting don't take long. It's I usually do 2 coats on everything that I paint. That's just my thing. I always do 2 coats. And it's you got to let it dry, and then you got to glue everything together. To put that whole sign together probably will take like an hour. But it's just it takes time. But I enjoy it. It's like I'll have music playing, or have a Phillies game on if the Phillies are playing, and just sit in the garage and do my thing. So yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. So.
Well, you know what? I'm not into all that kind of stuff. I've done a little bit of the Cricut vinyl cutting, and
I have a Cricut. Yeah,
that excitement over that lasted for just a brief moment, and then I was like, gosh, I can't keep up with everything that's going on and add this to my plate. So, but when you're doing the cool signs like you are, I can see how it would be. Something that might pull you out of the lawn a little bit more than than you've been pulled out in quite some time. So I'm excited to see what you got coming up every Thursday. Joe, do you think your camera is glitching because you were giving me a hard time about?
Pro- Probably. It's just like our phones, like when you like say something or you talk about something and an advertisement shows up on your phone, like my camera knows that I'm talking about you, and it's probably like, fuck you, Joe. I'm gonna fuck with you tonight. So
Okay.
yeah.
So if you weren't on at the beginning, my camera's all messed up. We've done 12 shows now. It's never messed up. Joe's has messed up once. Hey, but with your honest feedback though, is this look that I've got going tonight with just my regular webcam a bad look, or are you okay if you see that every week? Because I am so pissed off at messing with, and so I use my GoPro Hero 7 Black, and I attach it to an HDMI capture card, and it turns it into a webcam. Because the earlier GoPros weren't, made to be webcams, but you could use a capture card to turn it into one. So that's what I did. But it seems like I wrestle with it every single evening that we are going live. It goes out on me, and it'll work, then it'll go to black, and then tonight it went to black and never came on, but for like 5 seconds, and then it went to black again. So if that's the case, I'm tired of stressing out about it. But what it has made us do tonight, Joe, what it has, the whole debacle of issues that we've been going through tonight, what have we looked like, Joe?
I don't know where you're going with this, so you're gonna have to leave me in. I don't know. You got me.
Hey, I'll try that next time. No name. We tried it without the light at first, and it didn't.
It didn't look right.
It looked weird. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll keep playing around with it. Bill, that's what I've always said. Nobody cares about what you look like. Nobody cares if you're running a 3-camera setup. Nobody cares if you've got fancy sound effects in the audio board. Doing all the cool stuff.
I think it's time to finally go into this week's
Joe, look.
hot take.
Let me preface this, okay? Joe, our issues tonight have kind of made us look like a couple clowns too.
True.
We've kind of looked like bozos.
But it's organic. But it's organic. It's not.
Yes,
it's not, overproduced or, just like sales pitchy, ad pitchy kind of thing. Like it looks like
it's organic. So
it's organic. I know a little thing or two about organic, So.
And that's why I'm going to preface Joe's hot take tonight, because we're going into Joe's hot take. Joe knows hot take segment every week. Joe can get fired up about things, as can I. Budget. Yeah, it's a budget. This is a budget show. It's the Budget Wooder show. Look, I'm using my regular webcam on my camera, so it all does kind of actually fit together. But I want to preface one thing tonight, okay? Because there have been other shows across the YouTube space, Joe, that I always use the saying, birds of the feather flock together. And like when it's your brand or on your channel, at the end of the day,
birds to the feather flock together. Is that a Mighty Ducks thing?
No, birds of the feather. Birds of the feather.
Birds of the feather.
So
I love those like Southern, like isms or whatever you want to call them. Like, I don't know.
So at the end of the day, this is my channel, Joe. This is it's ultimately on Budget Lawn. So I have to kind of answer for and be responsible for all of the content that comes out on this channel. So I've had my disagreements with other channels across the board from one to the other over, I don't know, the last 6 months, because they kind of had to be the ones to blame for some of the things that were coming out of their crowd, And here I am. I'm going to put myself in a similar situation with your hot take tonight, Joe. But guess what? I told you when we started this, hey, look, As long as we don't take it too far, let's roll with it. I'm not going to control what comes out of your mouth, and you're not going to control what comes out of mine. So here's Joe's hot take tonight. For better or for worse, we're probably part of this group tonight, but it is what it is, Joe. It is what it is.
So tonight's hot take is clown show live streams. So obviously, there was a video that came out this past week, or actually not this week, but last week about these too many live streams in the lawn care community, and but when we did this show originally, or when we talked about this show, we didn't just want it all to be lawn care related, because we honestly thought that there was at the time too many people focusing on just lawn care. And honestly, I've been looking at different content creators and different views on YouTube, and I think people are starting, not that, maybe I hate to say it, but get sick of all this lawn care stuff in a way, because even shorts views are down, TikTok views are down, Instagram views are down. I think there's just so much out there right now, and we're trying to be different, ourselves. We're not trying to be on here for 3 hours and just obviously feed you information like Billy Mays would and say, Billy Mays here, Billy Mays here. Get this. What's the stuff? The PGR, and throw it down your lawn. And just like some of those live streams, I feel like you just don't get me wrong. There are some that are very beneficial. There's some that you can learn a lot if you're very into the grass, into the lawn, that sort of thing. But we're just trying to be different, and I think we've done a pretty good job of mixing things up here. And everybody that's in the chat, thank you for supporting us doing this, because I think it's gone very well so far. Tonight's been a whole shit show, but
Well, it's karma, Joe. It's karma because.
So, but my hot take is, you know what? If you think it's so easy to do a live stream, get on here and talk about and come up with topics each week, and not just do videos, because it's different. When you're in front of the camera. Yeah, question and answer. And when you're in front of the camera and it's live, and you don't have to go back and you can edit this and look like you're sipping a coffee here, or doing some stupid weird thing in the camera, like, it's a completely different animal. Obviously, Travis, having a journalism background and being on TV, he's a little bit more comfortable being in front of a camera that's live. And myself, this is totally new for me. And so, you know what, buddy, stay in your lane. Shut your mouth and know your role.
I knew that was coming.
And all you are is just a jabroni. That's what you are. And if you are watching this, that's what you are. You and your new, other, what you're trying to do with your channel now, just do you, focus on just you. Don't worry about everybody else, because the one person that you did talk about is way overproduced, multiple camera angles, and all he's on there is to sell you, brainwash you into buying what he has. And are you really learning anything from somebody that's telling you just to throw this down, or not understanding the why or the no? I mean, we're doing the right thing, Travis. I think, and it's just whatever. We just kind of want to do a live stream that, again, like Bill said, is relax and chill, and just not all
for an hour
product and down your throat. I mean, it's not like I could go to QVC to get that. Like, honestly, if you want to do that, go to QVC and watch, Barbara, or what's that, Lori from Shark Tank, and you get your fix from that,
Well, and look, we like we said, Joe, from the very beginning, that's all it is. It's just an hour. Bill's kind of, pulling our leg into staying for an extra 10 minutes every week. So we're an hour-ish.
Or we don't have to have a giveaway every week for people just to watch us, because that's all people are really doing, is watching you because you're having a giveaway. I mean, what's really the purpose of a live stream, or build a live stream audience, if you're going to have a freaking giveaway every week? Your viewer, don't get me wrong, it's good. We'd like giving back. That's why we suggested doing a once a week thing. But literally, guys, everything that we're not having companies come on and give us product to give out, or companies come on to have a giveaway. We are using our dollars that we're making from your super chats, from the revenue that you guys are watching, and we're giving it back to you guys because honestly, at the end of the day, we just enjoy getting on. Travis and myself, I think he would agree with me. We've gotten to really know each other these last 12 weeks, and we just really enjoy doing this each week. It's like an escape for me at least, and to get on here, talk to people, and just have a good time. And then that's what we're doing. We're giving back with our money, not other companies' giveaways. We're doing it for ourselves with our own funds.
Well, here Joe sent me the video, and I think I read through some of the comments, and I get to that creator's point to a certain extent that part of that was just simply asking his audience, like, if you're interested in it. But I think there were some undertones in there that were directed at some other groups of people because of some other conversations that had been had just slightly before that. And Joe, you asked why the thumbnail says it's a miracle. Well, I don't think it's so much of a miracle as I'm going to exaggerate it to be, but I don't know if you saw the latest burn and return from the Grass Factor fellas, and they kind of went off on this other live streamer. I wouldn't even call him a YouTuber anymore. I would more call him a live streamer. They kind of went off on him, and they were the what would you say? They were the antithesis to that live streamer, while the one you're referencing was has much appreciation for what I'm tired of. JP, John Perry likes Ron, and the Grass Factor guys were kind of giving Ron some hell in their latest burn and return. And it's a miracle because I'm totally on the side of the Grass Factor guys with this one, Joe. I mean,
yeah, me too.
Their characterization of Ron and his live stream is spot on. It is spot on. And it was funny that JP said he appreciates, because you made a comment on there, that he appreciates the quality and effort and production value of Ron, not so much the content. And what did I say a while ago? Birds of the feather flock together, because they're both looking at live stream as income streams, revenue streams, ways to make money. If you want to ask me why I do a live stream every night, and look, folks, I know some of you are probably like, why are they talking about this? Yeah, but look, if you want to call this a community, communities have conversations about what's happening inside of them. And this is happening inside of your community. Whether you like it or not, this is happening. And some people don't like to hear about the negatives. I've been called full of septic cynicism and all this other. Look, if you're not cynical about some things, you're just being taken advantage of a lot. But if you ask me why I wanted to do a live stream, it's the least I can do to come on here once a week expecting no money, expecting to sell nothing, or be given any money, but just to let our friends who enjoy watching our channels come get a chance to interact with us as close to in person as possible. That's what a live stream is all about. That is what a live stream is all about.
And I know we've disagreed at times.
Thank you, Rob.
And I know we've disagreed with, the Grass Factor at times, but those guys generally, they have a community. They built a community together. They bring people onto their channel that have conversation with them, teach them, help them. When has Ron ever done that? When has John Perry have ever done that? I mean, those are the kind of guys that just want to take your money and run. And
Con Perry, or John Perry.
Don't get me wrong. We live in a capitalistic society.
Oh shoot, Con Henry and Con Perry.
That's a good one. We don't get me wrong. We do live, like I said, we live in a capitalistic society. You can make money however you want, but like YouTube, when it originally came out, like you went on YouTube to find stuff out, to learn how to do this and do that. And I mean, I think this kind of leads me into my new segment that I kind of want to do. And I think it's 9:55.
Hold on,
I
Joe.
th-
Hold on.
I kind of want to do the new segment because it plays into this.
Uh,
It's I think everyone will get a good kick out of it.
I totally want to do it too. Yeah, and hey, look, y'all. If you don't like some of these conversations, the only way we're going to know that you don't like them is let us know. Give us your feedback. But I like real, organic, no fuzzy feelings involved. No kumbaya. It doesn't always have to be kumbaya. That's not my personality. I'm not going to sit here and stroke other people's egos just because that's what other people want. That's not me. I'm not going to be frou-frou over that kind of stuff. So if you don't like this stuff, let us know. If you do like it, we just want to have real, honest, transparent conversations, because if you ask me and you want me to be as transparent as possible when it comes to it, heck yeah, I'd spend 4.5 hours on a live stream on Friday nights if people were dumb enough to be giving me as much money as they're giving Ron for nothing but canned responses to sell more products by clicking on a link to a product in the store that matches exactly what you're saying you're having a problem with. Look, people got to get out of this herd mentality of following influencers online. You want to hear my hot take? Quit thinking that just because they have a YouTube channel, and that includes me. That's why I never try to pretend to be a pro. I'm just giving my homeowner experiences. But the herd mentality is destroying people these days. And you better stop and wake up, because it's not getting any better. And look, Joe, you know we've had conversations about this. And for what it's worth, there have been jabs taken at each other. And I've said this before to you, Joe, and perhaps they probably would agree, but I bet you, me, you, and the Grass Factor fellas would agree on a whole hell of a lot more than we would disagree with. And I'm going to tell you right now, regardless of my level of interest and love for the science of turf grass, if you really want to know the ins and outs of turf grass, you better be listening to and only to the Grass Factor guys, and not Ron Henry and not John Perry. That's just my 2 cents. If I'm listening to anybody for the real professional advice, I'm going to listen to the Grass Factor guys. It's just that simple. Look, we're probably going to ruffle some feathers this evening. That's okay. But look, we didn't bring up this topic of conversation. It was brought up last week. We're just following up on the conversation, Joe. It's that simple. It is that simple. All right. And hey, we did that all with no script, Joe. Just off the cuff. No interest in making a buck or two. Joe, you've got something else. Do you want to end your hot take right there tonight?
Yeah, let's end the hot take. Let's go into the new thing that I like to start every week. On my sports radio station, they do this thing. It's called the Top 5 at 5. And I really think it'd be a cool thing to do each week. Rate something or rank something, a top 5 each week. And this kind of leads right into this top 5. So this week's top 5, we're a little bit after 9:55, but this week's top 5 is things you hear lawn care YouTubers say.
Oh shoot!
So we've all watched.
Is tonight the worst of the top 5 or the best of the top 5?
No, this is not. It's not a best or worst kind of thing. It's the things that we hear the most, or probably out of watching all these, videos that we see online. So coming in at number 5 is you need a winterizer, or you need to throw down a winterizer. I think every year those videos come out, October, November, that you got to throw it down. You got to get that potassium in that lawn because, so that's number 5. And then number 4, my favorite thing, you got to get a soil test. You hear it every year. You got to get a soil test. February, March comes around, even January, even December. I feel like sometimes people are like, fuck it. I'm going to make a video about soil tests. So number 4 is you got to get a soil test.
It's easy content. The originality. And hey, look, just as much as I can say, not agree on certain topics. I can agree on others. Some of the folks we've talked about have done really good jobs at coming out with original content.
Yeah.
Ron comes out with good content when he's not doing a live stream. It's very well produced. Same thing with John Perry. But sometimes the original is getting stale. It's not, it just becomes a rinse and repeat of video topics every year. And you're right. Number 4, the soil test is definitely one of them.
Number 3 is you always hear somebody say, you got to put it down now, or yeah, what you are going to want to do, like what you're going to want to do kind of thing, or, you got to put it down now. Like you got to do it now. If you haven't clicked on that link and ordered that product, then you're already behind the game, people. You got to put it down now.
You know why they say that, Joe?
I hear that a lot in the video.
You know why they
or you're asking a question, for instance, into Ron Henry or into a live stream. They say, you got to put it down. You got to put it down. You got to put this down,
Well, you know why they say that? Because they're selling something, Joe. It's that simple. They're selling something. I mean, it's a miracle. It's a miracle too, along with our thumbnail. It's a miracle that, I'm just very blessed that there are people out there that think like me and aren't part of the group mentality, the herd mentality, because it is so much easier for people to subscribe to and listen to and follow the people that are saying, you got to do this now. You better not wait. You better hurry up, because guess what? That authoritative figure is way more likely to get subscribers and get followers and have people believe in them. And I just cannot be that guy. I don't know what it is. I cannot be that guy. And that's why I don't sell stuff. So, but it's easy to say those things when you're selling something.
Number 2, I hear this probably more than anything is, and I do it myself on my videos. Just a full disclaimer: I highly recommend it. You're talking about something and you're saying, I highly recommend you do this, or I highly recommend you get that, or or this.
Joe, there's a difference.
I hear that all the time, and I'm like, do you really recommend that, or are you just saying that because you're trying to sell something, or are you just just trying to talk about something, So, like, are you really passionate about that, or like what's the end goal there,
Hey, thank you, Bill. Appreciate it, man.
Freaking Bill.
But here's the thing. You can say recommend if you're not selling something. Like I recommend,
but most of the time these YouTubers are selling something.
But usually the verbiage is different. You just said that people will say you have to do it now. The have to's, the demonstrative, no choice verbiage compared to, hey, I recommend it. I like it. If you want to give it a shot, go give it a shot. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I know what you're saying. And that leads me into the number 1 top 5 things you hear a lawn care YouTuber say. I think you probably can guess it. This guy's been around for a long time. We all kind of, watched him and inspired us to start our channels. It is throw down.
Oh, God.
For the best. So,
Joe, I think Joe texted me this afternoon and said, "Hey, I got this idea for a new end of the show, segment."
That's your top 5 for tonight.
Top 5 with 5 to go. I think you're onto something there. Look, guys, I want to say one last thing as we're about to wrap this show out. Okay, there might be times where we say things in. It can be misconstrued too often as hateful or taking shots at. I hear that all the time. Or who fired at whom. Look, guys, I don't know most of these people across the internet, with the exception of the people that constantly engage with me here on my channel. And a lot of the things we might say are said in good fun, okay? At the end of the day, I am not going to lose sleep over what somebody else is live streaming, what kind of videos they're creating, what they're saying on YouTube about lawn care. Hey, see you, Rob. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. we're doing this in good fun because if you like me, I'm kind of drawn to the, I don't know, I got you, so you got me, so I'm gonna get you back type, attitude or content and things. I'm drawn to it. And there's a sports card channel that I watch all the time. It's called Sports Card Radio. These guys take shots and they get shots taken at them all the time. And I don't know about you, but there's a reason why a lot of your reality TV has a lot of drama and controversy and, taking jabs at each other because it's kind of fun to listen to sometimes. So don't take all this to the bank and act like it's all doom and gloom here on the Budget Wooder Show. A lot of it is in good fun. There may be a little inkling of truth behind some of the things we say, but we all don't have to think the same, for crying out loud. Just because we think this way doesn't mean, the people we're talking about, all their fans are going to agree with us. They're going to think differently, and that is completely okay. Right, Joe? Am I doing a good job?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just, we talk about this community, and how they're supposed to be a lawn care community. And I don't get me wrong, I've thrown a lot of shade and a lot of hate this past year towards people, and it was mostly because of like what we talked about tonight, just the advertisement mentality, the affiliate mentality. And I originally thought, you do this to make money, and then once you realize that there's not a ton of money to make into this, unless you're doing this full time, and we don't do this full time. We have families, we have careers outside of this. We just really enjoy doing this, talking to people, getting to know people, and that's what it really comes down to. And we're not out there to con anybody out of money, and just we just want to do this to enjoy it. So
one time somebody called me out and said I bash people too much, and I said, I don't know. I kind of think of it as branding. Like, if I'm not going to play the same game as then I got to brand to it's like AT&T, Verizon has more coverage than AT&T. Like,
yeah, it's just like mainstream media. I mean, CNN's going to blast Fox for something. Fox is going to blast CNN for something. I mean, they're all in that media community, mainstream community, but they take shots at each other, and that there's just reality. That's just that's the life. That's freedom of speech.
Hey, Pat, don't misconstrue that. We're not apologizing for anything tonight, okay? We just know that there are people on my channel and there are people on those other channels that enjoy both channels, all types of content, not both channels, all those channels. And that's what makes it fun. You could jump over here for one perspective and then go jump back over there on another night and hear another perspective. There's no bad blood at the end of the day. But to me, it's a little bit more fun if we talk about it and actually dive into the actual community for what it really is, instead of people expecting us all to have groupthink and think the same at all times, if that makes sense. Look, y'all have been awesome tonight. Leave us your feedback. Let us know what you think about these kind of conversations. There is bad blood. Bad blood with who, Pat? I know there's bad blood with you and Joe, but what bad blood with who?
We're best buddies now, Pat. Pat's my boy. You're my boy, Blue.
You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy.
Donovan chest pump. Yeah.
But Western Mass Turf, you've missed it, man.
You missed a lot of. You missed the clown show tonight,
Joe. And here's the thing: if we can laugh at other people and kind of relish in their clownness,
fellas do suck right now.
Then we can certainly laugh at ourselves, because we have been the clown show tonight, and
yeah,
that will probably
we'll do better.
We'll do better, Joe. Here's the thing, Joe. This isn't our income, like you said. I'm going to go to work tomorrow, and I'm going to take care of my family. I'm not living with my parents. I have my own lawn to take care of. I don't take care of my parents' lawn. I'm not.
You don't have 300 square feet of lawn to take care of.
No. See, I've got a job and a family and a house.
Do you have any? Let me ask you something. Do you have any ripped jeans?
Huh?
Jeans that have? Do you have any ripped jeans, like what holes in them? Do you have anything like that?
No.
Nah.
No, they're. You know, the only people that I see wearing the ripped jeans with the holes are my 6th and 7th grade students. Man,
Pat, I'm gonna get in my car. We're gonna have a good time. I'll bring some Cape Mays with me. We'll sip some beer. It'll be a good time.
Hey, Pat, what I saw you making some comments earlier. Weren't you saying that next time you and Joe get together, you wanted him to stop and pick up a case of Bud Light? That's what Pat said. He said he wanted Bud Light next time, Joe. All right.
Yeah, anyway.
All right. I'll have Bud Light for you. Okay.
Great.
Before that one gets out of hand, Joe, y'all. Hey,
I got one more thing to say.
Say
tonight. You need a winterizer soil test. You need to put it down now because I highly recommend it. So you need to throw her down.
Throw her down. Hey, look, I love these conversations. No rhyme or reason, no rhythm, little flow. We appreciate y'all joining us. This is fun for me, Joe. I know it's fun for you. If it's fun for you in the chat or in the comment section, let us know. Hey, Joe, I've got some ideas in mind. Let's save that for another show. This has been it for the Budget Wooder Show. Last one of the month. Congrats to John. John, reach out to me. We'll get you that gift card sent in email. Hey, appreciate y'all joining us as always, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.